All right, we're back with another One Question With episode here at runningrestaurants.com, where we bring you the tips, tools, and techniques you need to make your restaurant more profitable and successful. Today, I'm with Zach Martin, CEO and co-founder of Order Out. Here we go. All right, Zach, I want to talk about margins and fees. Some platforms charge quite a bit for taking an online order. Sometimes restaurants can argue that's almost too much to make it worthwhile to get involved with. So where do you see the economics of online ordering going, or how else can restaurants seek to make online ordering profitable? What do you think?
Yeah, of course. So that's always like a big concern for a lot of the restaurants that are kind of signing on, right? You'll see, various third-party food delivery platforms taking 20%. You even hear of them taking 30%. But at the end of the day, all this stuff is negotiable, right? You work with that specific third-party food delivery service, Uber Eats, Grubhub, DoorDash, Postmates, what have you, and you're going to set, or they're going to set, but you're going to negotiate what that exact fee is going to be. So my advice is negotiate it. I mean, everything is usually negotiable, especially in this regard. And then also it's of course to the discretion of the restaurant. I mean, if it doesn't make sense for your restaurant, like if you're not making money doing this, don't do it. So, I mean, that's kind of like just the most basic advice. But a lot of restaurants have found a way to make this work and to make it profitable. I mean, there's hundreds of thousands of restaurants out there that are now using these third-party food delivery platforms. So there's no reason that they're any smarter than you or doing it any better than you. They've just figured it out. And that also touches to like specific food items. So if your restaurant, let's say is serving like steak and fish and shrimp or something, that might not be, conducive to being with the third-party food delivery businesses, But if you are doing, let's say, like poke, or you're doing sandwiches, or something in that regard, that could be a little bit a better option and a better demographic for your specific restaurant. So I think at the end of the day, you just have to figure out what works best for your business and how you're going to move forward with that.
Yeah, what I was thinking as you were going there is there's a feeling and apprehension as an owner, as an operator, that you never want to miss out on business, right? Yeah, everybody wants to increase sales, not decrease. So if I was an operator and I'm fearing that all my competitors are doing this, and meanwhile, the first month I do it, all of a sudden I'm losing $2 on every order. Or man, that order went out the door and I've lost $5 just by doing it. Then I'm starting to go, well, what's going on here? How can I make it work? Any other tips or tricks you've seen restaurants use for online ordering, whether it's changing the menu items that are available via the platforms, it's a delivery fee, it's availability, it's times, maybe they're limiting the times that they're available. There must be some kind of more tips to make it work. Anything you've seen?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, you always need to obviously consider all the aspects that go into it, but then you also need to reconsider kind of what's happening based on, your revenue and the data that you see from each month to month. So, kind of tips. I've heard of different restaurants, obviously listing specific food items that are selling best, keeping those kind of at the top of the menu, making sure that the descriptions and everything within that specific item are very, well read. And then also, there's little things like, say you're a Mexican restaurant or something, and, people are always wanting like more salsas or whatever it is. You can charge for those, you can do the 25 cents, 50 cents, kind of things like that, may sound like pennies and change to some people, but you put those in the hundreds or thousands of orders, and those numbers kind of start to add up. But again, kind of at the end of the day, it's really up to the discretion of the restaurant to figure out, okay, what food items are going to sell best, what are selling best, and what's going to fare best actually in the delivery process. So there's actually some foods that don't really travel well or don't transfer well. Like take, for example, fried chicken. When you get fried chicken, you want that like hot and crispy and juicy and all that stuff. As you can imagine, if that's traveling 20, 30 minutes, whatever it is, it's going to start to get harder. It's going to get colder. The actual taste and the experience is going to be a little different. So make sure that whatever food items you're selling on there, you actually, test them out maybe as a restaurant owner. So maybe put the chicken aside for 20 minutes and then test it, see what that's like, see what the customer experience is going to like be like for the end user. So I think all those things are big aspects. And one of the things actually that we've done at OrderRoute that actually helps restaurants optimize this is we've actually created a data and analytics dashboard that gives insights into specific food items and food delivery partners. So you can actually see, okay, these specific food items are selling best on Uber Eats versus Grubhub, whatever it may be. So we've actually created a full dashboard for that when you sign on with our service. So we give, really good actionable insights into what's happening there.
It's funny that you said that, because I was just about to ask you to, as we wrapped up this question, about the data piece of it.
Yeah.
Because another thing I'm imagining is orders are coming in, and over a month, maybe they're not pulling together what actually is working.
Mm-hmm.
And so really quickly, what does that data look like? Have you seen anybody act on it, take something out, upcharge for something that's been successful, they feel like they can get a little bit money for, or reduce prices, promotional items? How are people using the data, I guess is what I'm going for.
Yeah, no, of course. So the way that our service works, and because we integrate your food delivery platforms directly into your restaurant's point of sale, we have all that connectivity within our dashboard. So we're actually running reports and we're running data at all times to show you, okay, look, here's your gross margin, here's the commission that's being taken, and here's your profit. So there's actually daily reports that you can get. You can get weekly reports, or you can always just go into your dashboard and search by a particular date and actually see that data for each one of your food delivery partners. And then on top of that, not just like the total data, you're actually going to get specific food item data. So you can actually see, okay, I've sold 150 chicken burritos on Saturday, or whatever it is. Like, you can search by date, you can search by food delivery platform, and then it gives you a whole report of each of your food items. So again, this is really something that we want to provide the restaurants with to help them optimize their third-party food delivery business. Because at the end of the day, a lot of these restaurants, they don't know what's going on. They're like, okay, we're signing on, they're taking 25%, and that's it. And they, throw their hands up and they see customers come in. But like, we're really showing, okay, are you making money? What food items are selling best? So if there's a specific food items that's not selling on your food delivery partner, get rid of it. Leave that room for the customer to lock his eyes on the actual items that are going to sell.
Yeah, I love where tech is going in terms of stuff you're talking about, the data that's available now to operators, quickly, real-time, searchable, filterable, and so forth. You can look at it in so many different ways. So dashboard stuff, database stuff, it's really where operators need to go from a mindset perspective, because the business is so tight and you got to eke out all the dimes and pennies and nickels you can find. So great stuff there. I appreciate it. That was Zach Martin, CEO and co-founder of OrderRoute. You can find them on the web at www.orderout.co. That does not have an M at the end, so it's just .co. For more great restaurant marketing, operations, service, people, and tech tips, stay tuned to us here at runningrestaurants.com. We'll see you next time.